A long-time popular spot for rail fans has been Stockton, California. In 1995, it was a very busy junction between the Union Pacific, Southern Pacific, and Santa Fe. Note the lead unit 4354 is still in the Kodachrome paint scheme. The second unit 4451 was affectionately known as Puff. It and its sister Huff, the 4450, were the only two SD9s on the Southern Pacific to be passenger equipped. The Roseville to Fresno local pool was one of the last stands for vintage Jeeps and Cadillacs on the SP, and these 5 SD9s are leading the FR-RVL across the Santa Fe. All of this traffic was governed by Stockton Tower, which was constructed by the Santa Fe in 1943 and watched over this spot until it was demolished on May 27, 1999. By the end of the 1990s, any trace of Stockton Tower had gone, and control of trains through this area was taken over by remote dispatching. The SP and Santa Fe were gone as well, with the SP becoming part of the Union Pacific and Santa Fe merging with the Burlington Northern to become BNSF. Even though this is now the Union Pacific Fresno subdivision, the trains are still looking very much Southern Pacific in 1999. EMD demonstrator SD70M 7014 leads the Brooklyn trailers through Stockton on the Fresno sub. Local power had still yet to be dominated by the color yellow as well. Units like GP40-2 3104 and GP38-2 4843 were common in local service around Roseville and Stockton, lasting unpatched and unrepainted into the 2000s. An SD40M-2 leads a UP-SD60, a UP-C40-8, and an SP tunnel motor across the BNSF. Let us not forget that before the merger with the Union Pacific, SP made a large investment in newer power. We see 3 SP-9s in this consist crossing the Santa Fe paired with a UP-8 and another UP-9. The colorful Jeeps in Rio Grande and SP paint in the UP local pool leave Mormon Yard with traffic from the BNSF. We hear the very odd voice of a hybrid K5LA on F40 353. By 2000, the venerable EMD F40s were in their final years with Amtrak. SP SD70M 9817 leads an SD40M-2, a GP60, and another SD70M across the BNSF. Starting in the mid-1990s until 2004, the Union Pacific would acquire over 1,400 SD70Ms, and they would become the main workhorses of UP's motive power fleet for the next decade and a half. Even at the start of the new millennium, you could still get views of trains that were very much classic SP, with solid sets of scarlet and gray tunnel motors on the trains. Things were starting to look a little more yellow by the early 2000s, especially for the XSP motive power. Here, a speed-lettered scarlet and gray tunnel motor SP8230 leads a repainted yellow UP4586 tunnel motor. BNSF in the early 2000s was an unpredictable and eclectic array of power on all of their trains. Here, a Burlington Northern Cascade Green SD40-2 leads a Heritage 2 and a War Bonnet-9. In the fourth position is a Yellow Bonnet GP60 patched for BNSF. We get another view of some Dash 8 and Dash 9 wide cab power crossing the BNSF, only this time the lead unit is the only one in scarlet and gray. However, this Dash 9 SP8186 does have the classic Southern Pacific voice of a Nathan P3. Yellow locomotives are becoming increasingly common, but GP40-2 3101 is still looking good in its Rio Grande paint as it leaves Mormon Yard on the BNSF. We see 353 with its hybrid K5LA again leading an Amtrak San Joaquin. BNSF gained trackage rights over the former Western Pacific mainline through the Feather River Canyon after the Union Pacific-Southern Pacific merger. A pair of consecutively numbered Cascade Green GP50s lead their bare table train off of the Fresno sub and onto the Stockton sub. Consecutively numbered yellow bonnet GP35Us are in charge of switching cars at Mormon Yard. BNSF 2629 and 2630 would later be rebuilt into GP39-3s. Our final view of this look at Stockton from 1995 to 2001 shows the power short BNSF. During this time, it had leased many of these GE B39-8Es from LMX. Number 8524 leads a Cascade Green GP40 off of the Stockton sub and onto the Fresno sub.